Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wasteland 3. So I was looking around our base for Angela Death's agent, and what I found instead is apparently we have a chicken coop. Also with a person standing outside of it just doing the chicken 100% of the time, actually all day long, which is about right for this game's level of humor. But also there's a cyborg chicken here, and I think we should definitely take on this cyborg chicken. So we tame the cyborg chickens with dialogue, don't we? Or, okay, maybe they've changed this system? Oh, you know what? Maybe we were supposed to get cyborg chickens and bring them back here and have a big coop of cyborg chickens. We definitely got all of the ones that we've met so far killed, so that's not great. But also, there's dogs around here, and there's some buried stuff, and it seems like just a little bit of loot. So let's just go ahead and loot this out. I just wanted everybody to see the weird chicken coop. We found a gold hunk and... okay, that's an acceptable weapon mod. That seems fine. And here we just got a bunch of junk. And, okay, that's alright. We have a whole bunch of better versions of that thing, but I don't know, maybe we'll sell it or something. So, I guess let's just go scour the place a bit more. Presumably, this thing is going to be pretty important, right? Talking to this agent of... oh, you know what? We didn't check the main room. People are not usually in the main room, but it would totally make sense for this person to be here. Are you the person? A trim woman salutes you. She wears no identifying insignia on her combat fatigues.
Lieutenant Train Zhang, Rangers. I've brought a message from Angela Death.
Okay, yes, this is the person. Sorry, your name is Train?
My real name is Connie. But my husband always calls me Choo Choo Train. Because my maiden name was Choo. Somehow, the other guys in my unit found out about this, and now everybody calls me Train.
That sucks. You married that guy, huh?
I'm getting used to it.
Well, listen, we all make mistakes. So are you a ranger?
Yep. I bet we just miss each other back home. My husband Jason and I left California with Colonel Death when she returned to AZ.
Huh. There's something about her vocal performance that's like very familiar. I wonder if I wonder if I've heard this voice actor in other stuff.
Jason opened his gun shop at HQ and I signed on. Then Angela picked me for the Colorado Advance team, and I've been here ever since. Missing Jason like crazy, but that's the life of a ranger, right?
I guess. So, what's this about?
Colonel Death said I had to deliver this information to Team November. All of Team November. So, come back when you've got your whole squad together.
This is another great example. It must just have been a direction that the voice director was giving to all of the voice actors. Just like, can you find a way to deliver your lines as slowly as possible? Just like, pause a lot, make noises. Can you cough? Do you want to cough every 2 seconds and maybe like break things up a little bit? Also, this is a real dumb thing. Because first of all, I did tell my whole squad to come in here, so I don't even know where the hell they all are. And secondly, like, why is this even a thing? Why does it matter if the whole squad is here to get this dialogue?
Lives on the line. We all see what you do for us.
Apparently a whole bunch of them ran outside the building for some reason.
Lieutenant Train Zhang, Ranger.
All right.
Colonel Death has info for you that's too sensitive for the airwaves. She wants a face-to-face. Sent me to arrange it.
Okay, and where is this meeting supposed to take place?
The house of the Hoon family. Just your squad. Nobody else. Will you come?
Yeah, I'll go do that. I mean, she's not gonna tell us what info, we already know why. Like, yeah, we'll go see her.
Thanks, Rangers. I'll be here until you get back.
Team November, we've got trouble. Scar collectors are attacking the perimeter at multiple points. We're coordinating the defense now, but we need all hands on deck.
Okay, so that's why they wanted all of your guys to be in the room so that you wouldn't start combat with people outside, but this is just like a phenomenally clumsy way of doing that. Especially considering that probably what should have happened is just like it should just teleport all your people to wherever you're having a conversation with someone anyway. I don't know, man. It's yeah, on our way. These are the same option. These are both stay here, so I don't know why we even have to stay here. I don't know why we even have two choices there. Alright, let's go kill some dudes. So, like, in theory, I think you're supposed to be concerned that maybe this Angela... We still don't have any reason to believe that it is actually Angela Death, right?
Rangers, come out and play!
Very lazy. Just super stupid and lazy. And also not even the right reference to make. Why would you not do a Lord Humongous here? Anyway. Like I was saying, in theory, I think you're supposed to be nervous that you're going to find out that there was no Angela Death all along and it's just an ambush. But, like, at this point, we're so much more powerful. Like, we're so incredibly good at combat and so incredibly numerically powerful that I don't have any concerns about getting ambushed because, like, we'll just kill them all. It doesn't even matter. They'd have to have, like, a couple of Scorpitrons for it even to be something of an issue. And still, I think there's a chance we might pull it off.
Liberty says... Thanks for dealing with her brothers. Now, deal with this. Let's party!
Also, how are you going to do a come out and play and not even have him have bottles on his fingers, right? Alright, I am a little concerned here that we're probably going to have a whole bunch of our side characters die, which I don't like. Obviously, it would be cool if they all survived. I dig the scale of the combat, though. So are we going to be able to use our car? It's in the garage, and it's not like ready. But in theory, we could have somebody roll it out, right? It does have its own brain. We could have it roll itself out. Aha! Very smart moves there. Just stand at the top of the ladder so they can never climb up. This is going to take forever. I dig the scale of the conflict, but this is going to take forever. I guess it is kind of nice, though, that this combat is a place where the amount of recruiting and stuff that you've done actually has some mechanical meaning. Right, like if we hadn't recruited that guy and had him drilling people, we wouldn't have nearly as many bodies out here, and that's neat. That's a neat thing. I'm hoping we can burn down that car real fast. We have some decent anti-vehicle damage. Also, it might count as a robot. You know, if it's being driven by its own AI, like our car is, we might be able to have Quan glitch it, which would obviously be pretty cool. I'll tell you though, I am missing the Provost at this moment. Okay, so yes, our car is active. It rolled out already. That's excellent. That's great news. So, we can't really drive out to hit the enemies. Gosh, look at how much faster we are now. I love it. I love that we changed our armor. Alright, well, I'm not going to run over any of our friendlies here. I'm going to try not to shoot any of our friendlies either, although it might be tricky. Maybe I just shoot at their car. Can I do this without hitting anybody? Try to do this without damaging the cover too much either. Okay. First things first, Jim, do the shouting. You know how he loves to do the shouting. And then obviously, let's have Brass try to close in on the car. Boy, it's a shame that she can't quite make it to the cover. Because obviously it would be best if we could get to cover, get her bonus, and then do a torrent strike that's going to hit everybody, but I think I'd rather leave her in the open than not get the torrent. We're going to be able to hit basically everyone here, right? Okay, you know what? I'm going to ignore the vehicle. We'll hit all the enemies instead, and we will not shoot Private Bluth. I did kill Private Bluth's cover, which is not... Sorry about that. That's not my... not an ideal move. I mean... These are all pretty minor dudes. That's a guy we should try to kill. How close do I have to get before I can take a shot at him? We have to get pretty far out here. Well, I think we can do it, though. Let's see. Does it work from here? No. This is the first tile where we have range on that thing. Alright, I'm going to do it. I'm going to trust that the rest of our guys will be able to clean up this nonsense so Lucia doesn't need cover from those guys, and we are just going to try to knock this guy's head clean off. Can we... There's nothing here that causes an immediate explosion. So we could go for the head and just try to one-shot him, or I guess we could hit his legs. There's a pretty decent chance that he'll still die, because it's a lot of damage. Like, not from this shot, but, you know, he'll still die shortly after, and this prevents him from getting up to blow anybody up. Let's try it this way. He has enough health that I was concerned... Okay, never mind. Enough health that I was concerned she wasn't going to get the job done with the headshot, get the full kill, but apparently I need not worry. I'm assuming Jim can't get close enough to shoot at anybody. No, so he'll just full sprint to wherever we can get him to. Boy, it's hard to see the edges of the yellow movement area on the white snow. Is there a line? This is within our movement range and this is outside of it, and no, it's just not drawing the line for our movement area. Okay, well, not a big deal. Let's have Ringer run up and punch the hell out of some dudes. Very curious to see what kind of damage this weapon does in practice. No, it just seems to be worse. You know what it does have is 105 penetration. Okay. Well, now we know that's his high penetration punching weapon. Boy, that took a lot more hits than I was expecting. Quan can probably get in range to shoot them a little bit, and we're gonna just leave the vehicle alive? I don't know. We might have Quan try to... Unfortunately, there's no way that I can tell if it's going to be a legal target or not. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have Quan run to here. So give him a clean, free shot on one of those guys, and then we'll try to glitch the car afterward. Okay, that's interesting. It just ignored the thing I told it to do and instead did something else. Well, that's not what I wanted, obviously. Alright, Skilly, get over here and shoot somebody. I mean, these guys are largely irrelevant, I think. But also, she's not going to be able to kill the car. And her fire damage is going to do bonus damage against the car and minus damage against flesh for no reason. I don't know, the damage type thing on the weapon has caused some unexpected effects. Oh, unfortunately the Butcher is not solely a melee attacker. Top of the ladder plan turns out not to be that good. Okay, well that guy's gonna have to be a pretty high priority, I think. Yeah, the Cyclopses have some serious damage output. It's alright, I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to finish off the tank this turn. Now that we can put our full force into it. Actually, they might handle it without us even. Nice.
Moving to flank.
It is it is a lot easier to use your sniper rifle when you're allowed to put the barrel right up against the enemy you are shooting at. Yeah, I think we're gonna have Ringer punch a tank to death. I think that's my plan. And then everybody else can work on the Cyclopses. Cyclopes? I think the correct plural of Cyclops is Cyclopes. Listen, Greek is very complicated. Is the doe gonna... The doe might kill it. Another crit or two, and it might actually... Aw, that's a shame. What an anticlimactic finish. Alright, Ringer. Do the thing. Punch this truck. Wait, sorry, that's the wrong... Use this thing to punch this truck. How did you miss twice? The damage is almost not even different. Oops, sorry about that. That's my bad. I'll take responsibility for that one. It's a shame he doesn't have like one more AP. Alright, let's see if we can get Quan... So we can get Quan to right here, and he will still have enough AP to fire... Okay. So we get our free shot, and then another standing shot, and then we can figure stuff out from there. I kind of think I'm just going to leave him in the open. He's just an attractive target. Okay, apparently he free moved that 1 AP move. How close does Lucy have to get before she can shoot? Apparently this will cover it. I would love to be able to finish off the Cyclops up there, though. How close do I have to get for that? I'd love to be behind some cover, too, obviously. It said 27%, but I had faith. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have to drive over here a little bit. I don't love the part where I'm going to destroy all this cover, but listen, these are some ramshackle barricades in the first place. I'm sure they can be rebuilt. No? Do I not have enough AP left? Doesn't this cost 4? Yeah, it does. So what? Why isn't it letting me... There we go. Narrowly not hitting our own turrets. Alright, I think we are probably just out of ability to attack here. We're not actually going to be able to hit the Butcher this turn, most likely. Oh wait, is Jim going to get a free attack? Nope, he's going to get stuck. Okay, he teleported to the place where he was supposed to be going. Alright, sometimes his precision strike is free, and I'm still not 100% sure why. But it was showing the targeting cursor, even though he was out of AP there, so I thought maybe it was doing that thing. Alright, there's no way Skelly... Oh, no, actually, Skelly does just barely have a shot. Well, I guess let's take it. Alright, so after a kill, her next attack applies burning, apparently whether it hits or not, which is a thing I think I didn't know before. I guess I had just assumed you would have to make contact for that to work. Alright, that was some pretty unfortunate shooting there. Alright, well I think this guy's the last of them, right? Ooh. 288, harsh.
Pushing forward. Shot.
So we lost a couple of people. Honestly, as much... I think I killed as many people by blowing up the tank when people were not ready for the tank to get blown up as the enemies did. Alright, a whole bunch of noise. Yep, just a bunch of garbage. Did we get anything that wasn't garbage? We got +2 downtime, plus 100% crit resistance. I mean, crit resistance is cool. I could see that being useful. What is he currently? He has that EMP thing, right? I think I still would rather keep this equipped, honestly. Alright, could you please get Jim up? Oh, hey, we calmed his nerves. Ooh, that's pretty cool. And it looks like if they get buffed, they don't take a debuff, maybe? Which is also pretty cool. Obviously, we're just going to go and get redoctored.
Feet are healing pretty well.
It's a bummer that that people died there, but at least losses were relatively minimal-ish.
You don't remember?
There are going to be more fights and more injuries with you. What do you need, Rangers?
Why is everybody constantly
That's what you
yammering
get
at me
privacy.
about the refugees? I think I've made my position about the refugees pretty clear.
Fine. Just don't get shot up out there and make more work.
Anybody who gets caught fighting with the refugees can just go live outside in the mountains.
We go see Mama. I'm gonna bake her.
Oh, right, the car's gone. Because we moved the car during combat. Okay, so we're just pushing up your luck and continuing to raise your sniper rifle skill, I think. Yeah, there's no reason to bother with anything else. We'll just hold off until we have enough points. And Quan also leveled up, it looks like. What were we working on? I mean, we were working on sneaky shit, but as far as perks go, what were we working on? We definitely want that. Every once in a while, we do still have to set an alarm off. I'm wondering if this is actually maybe worth taking. Let's go +2 AP on our hack targets, I guess. And then even more speed. It feels like Quan just has more stats than a lot of the other people in the party. He's got a very, very large number of stat points. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. We do, in fact, have places to go. So, that labor camp, right? That's a thing we still have to deal with. I definitely have gotten distracted. I allowed myself to get a little bit sidetracked. Is it marked on our map? So I think we looked at the stuff on our map. It might be one of those little house icons in the pass up here, and we just couldn't access it before because we didn't know it was there.
All a sick joke? We get you, cabron. Join los payasos and we'll put a fucking smile on your face.
Man, why are there still payasos? I'm pretty sure we killed all of them. So I mean, it sure looks like you're supposed to be able to interact with that. But no, I guess these two house icons on the map are just flavor, despite the fact that every other one has an actual building associated with it, and like that's clearly the way that's supposed to be. Is it the paint mines, maybe? Okay, we escape easily, because of course we do. It could be the paint mines, I guess. I don't think that's a place where we've actually been before. I don't remember them saying that the work camp was about paint, but that doesn't mean they didn't, you know, with my memory. Let's just go have a quick look. Also, I don't even know what paint mine means. But, you know, it's painted. It's real pretty. An area of colorful canyons, the clay of which was long ago used to make paint and pottery. I don't think we've been here before. Well, hopefully this is the right place, given that it's showing us the loading screen blurb about work camps. Now, obviously, the Patriarch is likely to have some feelings about us going to the work camp and freeing all of the quote-unquote workers, you know, the prisoners, but with jobs. But I am pretty sure that he needs me more than I need him. And I think there's a non-zero chance that if we save all of his, if we bring all his kids back home, he's gonna pull a double cross that's like, now that I've got my children back, I'm more powerful than ever, and I never had any resources for you. We were never gonna give you a thing. And when that happens, we will simply shoot all of them. Because again, I feel like I am so much more powerful than all of the things around me in the environment that we could probably just do that. Oh, hold up, everybody back up. Hold on. We should probably be a little more stealthy than this. Is that a toaster? That is a toaster. Okay, well, I guess we're going this way. I certainly want to see what is in the toaster. So... I mean, there's nothing for it, right? There's no tactics we're going to be able to employ here, really. Does Lucia have... No, Lucia just has skill points that we're holding on to. Alright, Lucia can be in the back. Jim should kind of be in the middle. Ringer gets right up front, and then Quan does that thing. Quan misses a lot. Just a huge percentage of his shots, considering how large the target is and the fact that it was in the open. Alright, who do we want to have Ringer go after? Probably not the Razorbacks. I guess we could just have him jump on this one. I'm assuming the Growler Cub will not actually get cover. Because, you know, generally animals do not know how to take cover. Probably it's worth just doing the Frostbite here. So we get to fire twice as often. Actually, no. Even with a 30% hit chance bonus, we are better off using this thing. That's a real sad noise. That's a real bummer of an injured animal noise. Alright, well, you may as well just punch this thing. Hold on. May as well just punch this thing as you run past. Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like the noise. Run over here and do a Thundering Strike. And then go punch this one. Yeah, the noise is sad. It is making me feel bad, which is probably the intention. And, you know, it's working. That's all I really have to say about that is, it sure is working. So, Quan is weirdly bad at hitting Razorbacks. Don't know why that would be the case. I think it is probably worth it to just finish off the Growler Cub, because we know what Razorbacks do. I am inclined to believe the Razorbacks are not a huge threat. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay. Costs us 3 AP to move forward far enough to get the Stormer bonus. We should definitely take advantage of that. And then I think I'm going to hold off on Torrent Strike for right now. The enemies aren't really grouped up enough for a really good Torrent Strike. Trying to make people move forward a little bit before we do Brass's turn, in the hopes of making her path a little bit safer, a little bit shorter. Okay, I think we've carved a hole. And nope, she still can't get to a position that matters. Well, what she can do is run all the way up here and just wait. It's good to have her close to the enemies so that they can decide to attack her and to do a terrible job and not kill her. And then looks like Skelly's attack percentages are reporting correctly, at least. Although, of course, we know that none of the numbers that are shown on screen can necessarily be trusted in the first place. See, like, this is a much better situation for the Torrent Strike, provided the Growler Cub doesn't down him. Wow, good damage from the cat. Like, remarkably good damage. That sound effect probably doesn't have to play every single time the thing is hit. This is one of those things where you kind of have to wonder if they played the game after they put that in. Because, like, it would take you no time at all to go, oh yeah, it definitely shouldn't do that. That sucks a huge amount. Alright. That was a pretty solid open. Let's just kill Razorbacks. Because obviously, Ringer can do real good work on the Growlers. With your 3 AP, we're not really going to be able to do anything. I honestly think we're just going to have you... You can only get Stormer once per turn, right? I think we're just going to have you stand right here. Let's have Ringer hopefully take this thing down real fast. And then we can punch the Razorbacks. It's not ideal, but... Wow. He punched that thing. That was the claws, too. He punched that thing so hard it exploded. Alright, how much damage is it? It's... okay. It's like 10. It's not really all that much of a concern. Just better not to take it if we don't have to. Lucia should be able to do some fine work here. Only 60% on these guys, huh? Well, it goes up to 70 if she crouches first. Although that being the case, it feels like there ought to just be a crouch button. Wow. Speaking of explosions. And then she just stands up anyway. She doesn't even actually stay crouched for the shot. God, her strike meter charges so quickly now. I mean, she's got high strike weapons, but even so. Alright, garbage, garbage. Look at all this garbage. Who would have thought all these bears wouldn't have any compelling loot? We got some gold-infused mica sheeting. Faint glimmers of gold speckle sheets of rough mica. This heat-resistant material is used to hold the heating element of the toaster. So we have now a golden version of most of the parts of a toaster. I'm going to have him go ahead and antidote, but I think Skelly can just wait it out. Where is antidote?
Could use some help.
Yeah, Skelly can just wait it out and then we can medkit her. What's up with this RV? Long abandoned, the doors have rusted shut. Well, that doesn't really feel like a problem that's beyond us. Like, couldn't we just force them? Okay, weird science legs that give you a 15% melee damage bonus. That seems pretty great. Unfortunately, weird science is... I mean, 3 points of weird science would not be difficult for Ringer to pick up. Right, what's 3 points cost? 3. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty doable. I think we're gonna finish all this stuff though, and I think that's pretty important. So probably we're just never gonna have anybody use those. They're just a little too awkward. Wait, you. Here we go.
Nice save.
So I wonder exactly what it is that we avoided by taking this side path, or if maybe it was more about getting the toaster part. Because, like, obviously we're going to be building some kind of golden toaster, right? Obviously that's where we're headed here. And who knows? It might be really cool and powerful and useful. Again, with the perception noises, but not actually seeing anything. Oh. We missed a trap. Yeah, that was totally visible. Okay.
Don't shoot.
Just who the hell are you?
Always knew this day would come. The skies finally opened to take me back.
Oh, this was Pappas's thing, I guess. Frank Pappas said that we would find a work camp here?
That man. Still saying it was a work camp. Never wanted to admit the truth, not even to himself.
You won't find any work camp here. Never was one. No convicts either. They're long gone, all of them.
What happened to the convicts? Where are they? I mean, this is, again, you could surmise, but our character always wants to ask.
They were...
Why are you talking to them? You don't owe them an explanation.
The dead can't tell their stories anymore, Nikki. I have to do it for them.
The Patriarch made a deal with my people, the Godfishers. They, believe the gods can be appeased with human offerings. So, in exchange for stopping our war on Colorado Springs, he sent them convicts and criminals to feed to the skies.
Okay. A wild thing to say at this point in the story. So, what was you specifically, what was your role in all this?
I was better at dealing with the city people than the other Godfishers, so our leaders sent me here as a go-between. Pappas delivered the convicts here to me. I brought them to my people.
And how did you and Nikki find each other?
Used to pass a farmstead on my way out here. Saw a pretty girl watching over her land. Turns out she saw me too.
Took me months before I was brave enough to approach her. Crazy decision when I think about it now, but she didn't turn me in. She showed me the Godfisher ways wasn't the only way. Gave me the strength to turn my back on it.
That's wild. Like, think about that point in your relationship with somebody where he's like, so I have something I had to tell you. I love to make kites out of living human people. And you're just like, that's tough, but I can fix him. Well, okay, so I wish I could ask him more about the you've stopped now, you know? Like, I want to dig in on this a little bit before I make the decision of whether or not he's still a threat. Is if he really is all the way not a godfisher anymore, then that's fine, you know? We have been arresting people and stuff, but it's not punitive, it's preventing future threat. If we actually believe that he won't be a problem anymore, I'm cool letting him go. I just don't have enough information to make that decision, and for some reason I'm not allowed to ask, despite that being obviously the thing you would ask about in this situation. I guess maybe they want us to go in through these other questions, but at this point in the story, you almost have to already know what this means, right?
The godfishers hack off the limbs of the sacrifices and tie their torsos to giant kites, then send them up to the sky as gifts for the gods. They believe it will bring the holy rain.
I mean, I'm sure it brings a kind of rain.
I always thought the sacrifices were pointless. There were no gods, no way to call water from the skies. I should have left long before I did.
That's actually wild. So this dude did not believe that there was any reason to hack people up and attach them to kites, but he was still cool being the procurer for the people who were going to get hacked up and attached to the kites. That's a more profound level of evil. Well, who are the godfishers?
They were my people. Until Nikki helped me find the courage to abandon them.
So there's no systems in the game at all to modify dialogue based on things that you already know, which is just, I mean, maybe it's because we are, like, simultaneous with this. Shortly before this, we played some games that do some cool things with narrative, and then, like, simultaneous with this, we're playing Hades, which is all about modifying dialogue based on things that, you know, based on triggers and states and stuff. But it seems insane to me that it would be the case that you could ask, who are the godfishers? At this point, after fighting the godfishers in Denver, and it's just, boy, what a series of decisions were made in the creation of this game.
I didn't do anything. That was you.
If I could, I'd change everything. Bring all those people back. All I can do now is try to be a better man than I was.
So, like, this is a really great example. When I talk about voice direction, part of what a voice director is supposed to do is, like, help people understand the context that their lines will appear in. She read that line in a very hostile, like, I'm not to blame for this, you're the one who's to blame for this kind of way, which is like a sensible way to read that if you just see it on the page devoid of context, but in this conversation is, like, extremely wrong. Okay, well, I guess you're not a threat to... Again, I need to have more information before I can make this choice, but I guess I'm gonna pick this one? Yeah, he sure seems, I guess, to not be delivering people to the godfishers anymore, and also it's worth noting that there aren't godfishers anymore, so...
Thank you. All the same, I think it's best if we leave this place. If you could find us here, others may do the same. I won't see Nikki harmed because of me.
Nikki whistles a note to the dogs as Winda Tangle sets to packing their gear. And then we're still a little on fire. We're slightly on fire. It's fine. It's not like a dangerous fire.
We don't even have a home. Please don't take what little we have left, Rangers.
I guess that's a fair request. That, like, that, you know what, we are gonna leave anyway thing, though, that's extremely, that is extremely, we don't want to have to write dialogue for this conversation being done, so you're just never going to be able to converse with us again. Why do we have an interaction ability with this? This antenna has been disconnected from the attached cable. Okay, fix it. As you adjust the receiver, you hear a faint beeping coming from the nearby RV. As soon as you let go of the antenna, the noise stops. You'll need to leave someone here if you want to investigate. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, Skelly, you are on hold that wire in place duty. Let's go check it out. Okay, that's probably not supposed to... Yep, that's extremely not supposed to. So, I don't know what we're looking at here. We just got a big weird green cube that we can't... am I supposed to be able to interact with something in this area now? Aside from the big green cube, which I definitely cannot interact with? It's doing something. It's emitting a signal. But I'm assuming that the existence of this cube is an indication that there is an error. Whatever was supposed to be happening here is not happening here. Either that or it did create a big weird green cube. Hey Skelly, let go of the wire. Okay, that puts it back in red cube mode. I think we might just be seeing a visualization of the what do you call it? Words. The variable being flipped. Well, I'm gonna have her run back over there real quick and see if anything happens. My guess is nothing's going to change in a useful way. Yeah, it might be the case that I didn't see the diggable here. Oh wait, hold on. Not you. Anybody else. Anybody else can go do that. I didn't see the diggable here at first. Because, you know, white on a snowy background. Okay, it's just the same thing. Then, yeah, I have no idea what this is doing. Huh. I had assumed that maybe it would, like, give us a reason to get into the RV. Because obviously we can open a rusted door. We have some explosives and stuff. We could get in there if we wanted to. Jim, come up here, maybe? So there's a solar panel. There's power being gathered for the cube. Just like running my mouse over everything in case I'm not seeing an interactable highlight on the snow. But it sure doesn't seem like the... Okay, well... I have no idea. I have no idea what's supposed to be happening. Whatever it is, it's not happening. Actually, Quan should be the one doing this, though. And also Brass. Yeah, it might be the case that... This is just the same cave, though, right? Right, is this looping around into... Yeah. Well... So this path, this side path that we took here, is actually less safe and longer than what I thought was maybe a little shortcut route around. So I guess the only point of coming over here is getting the golden toaster part. And I have no idea what is going on with that device, but we certainly can't interact with it, whatever it is. So I guess we'll just move on. Did you know, occasionally, things in this game are a little buggy.
Sounds like someone's approaching. We'd best prepare.
Oh, maybe this is what we did. We turned on the broadcaster, and we pulled somebody's attention over. The women face you, cold-eyed and grim-faced. They're dressed in their Sunday worst, attire they won't mind getting dirty. Okay, that's cleverish. Hold up, did you follow us?
Yeah. We wanted to see the son of a bitch who took our kin.
And make sure he never breaks anyone else's heart again. So, is he dead or not?
Well, you know, it's a complicated situation. Here's the thing. I don't know that I'm necessarily opposed to these women going and taking their revenge. I don't particularly think he needs to die, but, like, if they do, I get where they're coming from. He is still alive, or... Because, like, if we do this, they're gonna see us as defending him. I'm just gonna say he is alive. This feels more neutral to me.
Of all the damn stupid things.
He needs to die.
That man. That man took our husbands, our brothers and our sisters, our children, and he let those godfishers fly them into the skies as bait. Sure, they made mistakes, but no one deserves a death like that.
Totally agreed. Killing him is not going to undo all that, though. Again, I think at this point what I would like to do is just leave. I would like to extricate myself from the situation, and these women can do whatever they feel is right to do here. So, hold on. You already knew your loved ones were dead, though. Why didn't you tell us?
Margaret wanted to tell you. The rest of us, we didn't think you'd help if you knew this was all about payback.
That's solid. I totally might not have.
The marshals ain't as tight-lipped as Sheriff Daisy thinks. A few bribes here and there, and we got the truth from the ones who knew.
Sounds like my fine, upstanding marshal comrades, all right.
Only part we didn't know was where to find the bastard who took our kinfolk to their deaths. Maybe we can't kill all the godfishers, but we can make sure this one pays for what he did.
Okay, well, I don't think that I should be like, we're not going to let you kill him. I certainly don't think these women necessarily deserve to die for wanting vengeance. Okay, well, he didn't actually murder anyone. This is such hair-splitting bullshit. Maybe you're right.
Damn straight we are. He deserves to die. And either you could do it for us, or we'll do it ourselves. Whatever you choose, though, don't stand in our way, or we'll gun you down, too.
Like, the most optimal version of this is we convince them not to kill him, I think. Because, again, I don't think anybody's really helped by his murder at this point. But it looks like, apparently, we do not have access to that. Well, there's a woman in there named Nikki, and she's not going to let you just kill him. For a moment, she hesitates, her expression open and raw, before it tightens with resolve. We had a moment of hope there.
We'll have to kill her too, then. No other way.
Okay. I feel like at that point, we should be able to go, so you see how that's a problem, right? You can do the math on that relative to your own suffering and kind of see how those two things are similar, but for some reason that did not, in fact, unlock any additional dialogue options. Well, okay, listen, if you came all this way for revenge, you should be the ones to take it. He's in the cave, we're just gonna go, and hopefully you'll come to your senses, but also, I don't necessarily think that he deserves to be defended.
Don't want to get your hands dirty. Figures. At least you found him for us.
Weird vocal decisions.
Get ready, ladies. We'll move in after the Rangers go.
Yeah, what do you mean assemble? Oh, right. Skelly's still at the... Skelly's still holding up that thing, I think. This is another one of those things where, it should absolutely just let you leave. Maybe if you have somebody in a distant place and you click on the car, maybe it says, are you sure you want to go? Because you have somebody over doing a thing. I don't know. It's weird that it makes you gather up manually. I think that's, morally, that's an interesting situation, at least. I think that's it's not 100% clear what you should do, and I appreciate that. Alright, well, that's that thing resolved. Apparently there's loot over there. We know this one's not real. It seems like it might have spawned outside of the interactable area. The Payaso dialogue, the writing and the vocal performances continues to be the worst part of this game, and I really thought we had just eliminated them entirely. I thought we were done, but apparently there is no way to stop the radio broadcasts. I mean, maybe there are still Payasos alive somewhere? I hope not. Alright, let's go see what this cash indicator is, because I sure would like some free stuff. That sounds okay.
Howdy, Rangers. I got some trouble over here at my ranch. Bunch of freak shows rolled up and seem to want something.
Gee, what kind of ranch is it, I wonder?
So I'd be much obliged if you came by.
Okay, let's go have a word with the people at the Bison Ranch, which is that one. So we've been to the Monster Army bunker. I don't think we've been to the oil well before, and then there is an indicator here that there might be something. So we'll check that out. There's a great big red, Here, can we rest here? Yeah, let's recuperate. There's a great big red skull and crossbones to our east, so who knows what that means. Let's just tend to the injuries of the squad. May as well patch people up. Is it actually dangerous over here? I don't know, man. Doesn't seem all that dangerous. It might be very radioactive. It might be the fact that we're just not seeing a downside because we have the good radiation shielding now. Alright, we were looking for a bison ranch. A prosperous ranch where the Knox family have raised bison for food and trade for generations. The Rage Ram is highly territorial. Okay, we will keep an eye out for the Rage Ram. That sounds like a bad time.
Rangers.
So presumably, if we want our power armor, we have to make sure Larry and Daryl and his brother Daryl.
We're in dire straits here. Those twisted psychopaths want us all dead.
Yeah, what else is new?
You gotta help us.
Where are these psychopaths?
They done camped out at the side door on the right. Won't keep them out long. It's our breeding pen, and most of our bison are in there. They must have noticed us trying to reinforce it and decided it was the best way in.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
I'll show you the way, but I am done as soon as we see them. They're crazy. Follow me.
Okay, it's just more scar collectors.
I'll just hang on back while you take care of things. Wouldn't want to get in the way.
Those are some big bison, dude. But yeah, I assume it's important to us that we make sure that Larry and his brother Daryl and his other brother Daryl survive the encounter here. What do you think? You think we're going to be allowed to sneak up on them, or do you think it's going to start doing a dialogue at us as soon as we get close? They thought it was such a good job that they used it twice. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this decision making? Let's get Quan sort of nearby, Jim sort of in the middle, Skelly, I don't know. Actually, Skelly should probably have this position. Ringer can just kind of be over here. Okay, let's have Quan sneak up a little bit and see if... Okay.
What do you want? This has nothing to do with you.
I mean, they're scar collectors.
You will die with them.
We were not going to be able to negotiate with the guy who turned his arms into saws, right? He has willingly collapsed his supply of verbs to a collection that's going to make it very difficult to chat. Alright, so... Where do I have... Nowhere. The answer is... wherever. The answer to the question, where can I shoot from, is always anywhere that you can't reach. Alright, let's start with Lucia, huh? Lucia should be able to do some horrible, horrible things to some people. So who do we care about most? It's probably the leader. No, it's the Cyclopses for sure. So, Lucia needs to get to a position where she can actually hit them. And then we're going to try to knock one of their heads just clean off. Almost. And sadly, that took us to a place where we do not quite have another shot. I could get another shot if I want to move up to a spot where I, again, cannot... Alright, we're just going to stop here. Ain't that always the way? Alright, Brass. Do you have the leader? You do, and it's a pretty clean shot, too. So let's see. I mean, we don't want to put Quan too deep. Oh, there's even more guys back there. And even more Cyclops. We don't want to put Quan too deep because the number of melee guys here is a little bit concerning. Maybe I should have had Ringer throw a turret out or something, just to get more bodies. I guess just fire from right here for the moment. Let's clean that guy up. And then we'll run around. This is not going to get us Stormer. Let's go get Stormer, shoot that guy for free, and then shoot him for expensive, and then take cover. Yeah, Quan gets to put up a lot of bullets. Actually, apparently this open fencing doesn't count as cover. Who would have expected? Well, that's fine. Quan's tough. I'm going to have him back up, though. So, we have here a question, I think, about whether it makes any sense at all to have Ringer fight the other melee enemies. Like, it might actually be the case that the smart move is just have him run in there really deep and draw their attention. Okay, Skelly needs to close up a little bit, and then... Good stuff. Good shooting. Then I guess just shoot at one of them, any one of them really. That's a shame. So okay, if the attack misses, the burning does not apply. It's just that the burning applied before the attack last time, because the game had already figured out that the attack was going to be successful. Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill the, oh, never mind. Plan changed. I was going to say we're not going to bother with the Cyclops here because we're not going to be able to kill him either way, but now that we have Thundering Strike up, all of a sudden, I think he is perhaps a very valuable target indeed. So yeah, I can just have Ringer soften this guy up so that we can kill him before his next turn. Oh, or maybe we'll get a lucky crit or two. And then unfortunately, Ringer's going to eat a lot of attention here. It might be too much. It might be too much attention. Interesting. His attack did 0 damage but still applied bleed. And of course our armor is all sawed up now. Yeah, that's a shame. I thought that might happen, but also killing the Cyclopses is important. These guys are actually remarkably good ranged combatants for people who don't have hands. So, how do we want to do this? I wish Lucy had one more AP. Jim leveled up while unconscious. Doesn't really even make a lot of sense. I could have her just run over and try to help Jim. I think we're going to have her do this, though. So these guys are extremely accurate through cover. There's not really much sense in trying to stay back here and play the cover game with them then. We just got to do whatever is most likely to get some kills. Nope, of course Jim's just slightly out of range. Gas him. That's something, I guess. Boy, I wish it didn't think I was trying to loot stuff during combat. And I really want to be in a space where I have a good shot, where I've moved just far enough to get Stormer, but where I'm not in cover yet. Ah, excellent. I was really hoping he was gonna, blow up their cover. Okay, that should be pretty good for everybody else. So Skelly still has a shot, and I think she should be able to take one of these dudes down. Or not, you know. It does feel like the game is like pretty much always lying about her hit percentage, but at the same time, she sure does shoot, like, lying in the sense that like it keeps telling us it's way lower than it actually is when we're considering a move. that 5% nonsense. But then, in actual practice, she does also shoot much lower than it says she will when she's standing. Because basically, the numbers are just always wrong.
You're not dead yet.
Got a bead on them. And...
Wait, that was their whole turn? The other guys didn't want to move at all? I mean, okay, I'm not complaining. I'll take it. So... do we think we're going to be able to destroy the cover over there? I'm going to have Skelly shoot explosives at the guy a little bit, and let's see if we can get lucky. Did she set her? She did set herself on fire. Well, we run up here, we shoot him in the head, then we fall back a little bit. I mean, like, I'm not too worried about the poison, obviously. And Jim's almost certainly just going down, right? It's basically like at that level of health, with the bleed on him and the fact that I have very little intention of healing him. So if we leave Quan in the open, he's definitely going to go down. If we drop him back behind cover, he's probably also going down. These guys don't seem to be affected by cover, so I think we just press. So we can have Lucia run up along the side here and probably finish that guy off. The Cyclops is definitely my primary priority. Probably this ambush won't do anything. So it seems likely he'll just stay behind cover and shoot his rockets at us, right? So this is probably a little bit of a waste of a turret, but also these turrets are of very low value. You know, these are the lowest level assemblable units, so... if all they do is draw a little bit of attention off, I think it's worthwhile. Oh. Yeah, and Quan would have been one-shot in cover, so it doesn't really matter that that happened. It doesn't really matter that he wasn't. Yeah, because see, Lucia got it. I was kind of hoping that the turret would draw a little bit more of their attention than that. So Skelly goes and reses Jim again. There's very little reason not to. And then throws a... nope, does not throw a Molotov. She... boy. I don't know. I don't know what she does. There we go. Alright, so can Brass get this kill? The answer is definitely no, right? But we can get it shortly after everybody else dies. Yeah, like next turn. Skelly, it feels like a waste to do a med hypo because I'm sure he's just going to one-shot her. But I guess let's try it. Moving to cover isn't going to help us. Okay, never mind. The turret actually did the job.
Damn nice job you done there, Rangers. And since you've taken care of us, seems only fitting we take care of you. We could send some meat over to your HQ every so often. Sound good?
That does in fact sound good, and sadly we do not have Animal Whisperer 9. This is the first time we've actually seen a high-level Animal Whisperer check. Yeah, I can use more supplies.
Oh, thank you, Rangers.
I wonder what that Animal Whisperer check would have been.
Any chance you can clear some vermin off the ranch before they go after one of our bison?
Sure, but I don't want that meat going to the wild. That seems sensible. What is the issue exactly?
Well, all sorts of critters find their way to the bison from time to time, trying for a meal. Now, we usually keep them away, but with us being occupied lately, some made their way out back to the bison's watering hole. Can you help us clear them out?
Okay, so that was zero information. It's It seems weird to me, if you're going to have your game have full voice acting, it seems weird to me not to write in a way that, like, really takes advantage of that and also avoids there being, like, questions that have no information in them. And because it didn't seem like there was a good reason to ask, what's the issue you have with the vermin, after he tells us the vermin are going after our bison. But I clicked on it because I was like, well, then the fact that we're even allowed to ask it must mean that there's information to be gleaned here, because otherwise why spend effort writing it and then having somebody record a voice line for the response and stuff. But weird.
Thanks, Rangers. I knew we could rely. I'll leave you to it and go.
Okay.
Kill me. I got
Cool.
people to
Great.
kill.
So we're just gonna, I guess, do something else for a minute until all the debuffs tick out. I get what they're going for with not having damage over time effects expire instantly when combat ends, but what that actually means in practice is that the right thing to do when combat ends with you having a debuff up is to just, like,
Are narrowing by the second.
go AFK for 2 minutes while you wait for everything to tick out, and that's probably bad. They should probably have changed up the plan. All right, so we're gonna wait on we're gonna wait on Jim's thing to run out, because there's no reason to spend antidote, right? He's already got injury debuffs, so him getting injured again doesn't matter. Okay, we found ourselves a cool skull ornament, or a cool hood ornament. Are you good? He's good, okay. Because if he had gone down, like, right, if we were already going to use an injury kit, why not wait for it to remove three things instead of 4? Or, the other way around. This bison's head is covered in numerous surgical incisions. Bits of metal protrude from many of the cuts. Yeah, surgical is maybe not the word I would use for that. So here we got the Daryls. Also, this guy had a hemoglobin module.
Howdy, name's Daryl. You, met my other brother, Daryl?
Get it? Because that's like the way they would say it on the show, kinda. Yeah, where's Larry?
He's out back next to the tree. Larry, he got sick on that cannibal diet, so we went looking for a doc. Couldn't find one, but they got a vet here. Vet tried, but Larry just got worse. Mom made us brothers promise to always stick together, so when Larry died, we couldn't go back. So, anyway, here we are, working the ranch.
Well, I mean, I guess let's just... We do want them to go... We do want to at least try this, right? I'm curious about the power armor, and if they don't have any interest in cannibalizing people, then no harm will come to them. If they just are like, I don't want to go back to the Jamboree. Right? Probably. Honestly, I don't know exactly what I'll do. And you've been gone a long time, Daryl. Boss Giff wants you back at the Jamboree.
No can do, partners. Kind of brother would I be if I just up and left brother Larry here? You're just gonna have to tell old Boss Gift that I ain't coming back. Well, bye.
Or, you know, we could maybe just go get Larry. So that's a possibility. We'll have a look at it. All right, free cryo grenades. Nothing over here. Hold on. They pretended there was nothing over here. Also, Brass should probably go handle that. Cool, just some actual garbage. We probably shouldn't just run around disabling people's security systems, but, you know, it's worth XP. Caked the bottom half of the dozer blade is layer upon layer of dried bison dung. Yeah, that, with bison this size, I could see why you would want to use a bulldozer for this particular application. We should probably heal everybody up, but also, I'm lazy. So we got a hidden path, which leads... It looks like it just leads to a place we were already going to be able to get to. Yep, and here's the things that are threatening the bison. So the good news is, we fought these ice toads before. not necessarily a huge danger to us. So they said he was out next to the tree. I don't see a tree here that really is like the tree. Well, apparently the giant bison are ornery. We should be wary. Alright, let's have a quick look at this hidden path. What exactly are we... What advantage are we gaining by coming in this way? It kind of doesn't... It doesn't look like anything. Is this a place... That's not a place we can go? Huh. Yeah, it sort of doesn't seem like this path does anything at all. Weird. Okay, do we wanna spend injury kits? Let's see. You two are both super injured up. Lame leg I don't care about too much on her. Honestly, nor her shattered shoulder. Lame leg is definitely a bummer on Ringer, but I don't think this battle is necessarily going to be difficult enough to be worth spending the resources, frankly. Okay, we'll clear up these two. And then we'll just medic pack everybody, and that'll be good enough. I wouldn't want to take this fight on in our cartoonishly injured state. I don't think it's going to be difficult, but it is still failable, I'm sure.
That will do. Thank you.
Apparently we gotta tell Quan to come back over here if we want him to be able to receive medical attention. Why is Skelly all the way over here? Oh, and it did that thing. I mean, I know we can use medic pack on self from the inventory, but also the amount that is healed is... You know, why not have the medic do the medic packs? Alright, so you don't actually have a real level up. Ringer totally does, though. And I think Jim's level up is also... Jim's representation there is also real. I guess, at this point, just speed. His crits are pretty impressive, though. Yeah, we'll put on some luck. He's already pretty fast. And we will just hold off on that. And then Jim gets charisma and... Yeah, we're not anywhere on any perks for Jim. Jim can get... I mean, he's kind of close to combat a lot of the time, just given the nature of his weaponry. Okay. Let's go fight some frogs. And I guess we could come at them from two sides at once, but honestly, I don't know if there's a lot of benefit to doing that against these guys. It's not like we're invalidating their cover with flanking maneuvers or anything. They're just frogs. Just kind of get everybody closer. Pretty sure cover doesn't work against frogs, and also these guys don't, like... I don't think there's a lot of tactics to apply here. Best thing we can do is just bottleneck them. Alright, AP for everyone. And then Ringer, get in there and punch a frog. It is a lot of them, though. I'm gonna open by throwing a turret just for distraction. I would like to throw it a little deeper than that, though. So how much is it? It's 4. So I can move at most 3 AP while having enough AP left to throw the turret and also shoot once. So wait, when the circle's not filled in, that means I can't actually... I think. Whatever. It works there, that's fine. Alright, so it seems like we should have no problem putting this one away. We probably don't need Lucia for this. But if Lucia puts it down, then we can just have her approach and be ready for next turn. Or we can just have everybody approach and be ready for next turn. Yeah, we'll just have her run up here. I was really hoping she was going to actually get that kill. Just makes everybody's lives easier, you know? So who do we want to give it to? Probably not Ringer, because these guys explode in a little frost zone, don't they? No, maybe not. Alright, so do we want Ringer to run down the bridge? I think not. I think we want him to just kind of be ready. So let's see. We can have you run up, take a shot at somebody, and then run back. And I think we're going to just gather them all onto the bridge. Yep, and then Quan retreats. Pretty sure we just want them all coming forward. So Ringer is, I don't know, gonna ambush? Probably won't matter, but can't ambush with this weapon, so I guess you're gonna battle rifle ambush. Wow, that's some pretty good damage.
Suck on this, punk.
Hey, that's working pretty well. That's absorbing a lot of their time.
Got him cold.
We're even going to get a second volley out of it. Okay, let's try to blow up one of these frogs. It turns out this sniper rifle is fairly solid. So... that's unfortunate. Do we even want... You know what? Jim can finish this one off. Trying to be careful and not walking myself into the bottleneck too much. You know, we want them to have to come to us. They are going to kill this thing this turn, so... Maybe the right play is just everybody in ambush mode? Because that thing will get another shot off. Bring her back up a little bit so that you're less of a vulnerable target. I guess wait right here. And if one of them comes close enough, you can punch it. Wow, I'm really surprised that we managed to waste their entire the entire turn of all three of them one more time. Let's open up on one of the others. Hopefully we can get another one of those lucky huge headshots. Alright, that's not bad. And then... how close do you have to get before you can... just have to take one step up.
God damn it! Who set me on fire?
She's a little clumsy. I'm not even sure how she's doing that. Maybe she's just like holding the thing right up against her chest so that she's always in the backblast. Wow. 1223 is a little bit more than I was expecting. And then, yeah, I honestly don't see much reason to go to them. We definitely have control of the terrain here. Actually, do you have a... no, you do have to move forward slightly. In a case like this, we may as well fire on our turn, if we can do so safely. Aww.
Got him cold.
I wonder what he left that thing at.
That was a learning experience.
Alright, it turns out it's not that difficult to out-tactics a frog. Is there anything else of value back here, I wonder? A power gauntlet? A hydraulic-assisted metal fist operated with a wrist-mounted controller. Now you're playing with power. 54 to 66, or 45 to 66 doesn't even... That's not even better than the one we're using now, is it? Oh, well, that's true. I am looking at the one we're using now with all of Ringer's modifications already on, so they really only compare well if you do this. But, yeah, the Clawed Gauntlet seems to just be weirdly better than all of the weapons that require more brawling than it does. The Power Gauntlet has slightly more penetration. Yeah, weird. Oh, you know what? This thing probably has, yeah, it does have weights on it and stuff. That's part of why it's better. We could modify this thing to be better, potentially. So... With weapon modding 7, you can put on the heavy weights. Oh no, we can put on the Grand Slam weights. Yeah, this is a legitimate upgrade, right? 7% hit chance. There we go. Now it compares well. And so this thing is not modified, but even once it is modified, it's not going to be anywhere near as effective. Yeah, just real strange. Just real strange stuff. I don't know what the hell the point of the Thundercracker is. I'm assuming it's just the penetration, but, like, that does not really matter that much. And sneak attack damage plus 5% for everyone. Hooray. We have such a big collection of creepy dolls. Is this going to be... Yep, that's Larry. BBQ Pitmaster Volume 5, The Whole Pig, and Nothing But the Pig. Well, I do feel like if you're going to cook an animal, that's probably the amount of it you ought to cook. Seems like the respectful thing to do. Okay, so we got Larry. You guys want to come with us now? It's not even clear to me whether we are actually just luring them to their doom or not. Probably, right? It seems like we might be.
What can I do you for?
So we would have to kill these two then. Alright, I'm not willing to do that. I don't know exactly where the line is, but it's before that. So we are just not going to get our power armor. That's fine. We'll, you know, we'll kill those guys. Maybe we can still get the power armor from just looting it from the cannibals. And with that, I think we're actually done here, right? And with that, probably for the episode, I didn't realize how long I'd been playing. Alright, that is where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I think probably I'm just going to drive us back to base and get doctored up for free, and then we'll strike out for new territories next episode. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.